a highly skilled big.
He really is. I love the fact that he can do so much. He can post you up, he can pop out and knock down the 15-footer. He's an outstanding passer, and at his size, those are skills that have served him and his teams well.
And so Monroe nails both of them.
And getting back to Greg Monroe, guys, he made some subtle strides last season. Best rebounding average of his career, up to 75% on his free throws. And how about this little nugget? Not one three-point attempt last season. That tells you he's starting to mature.
Not a problem when that's your first miss of the game. Strong start.
And the rejection by Leonard. And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. The kick out to Aldridge. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot two.
And you know, with some people, they'll always find something wrong with Monroe's game. He'll never make the all-defensive team. He kind of looks like he's playing at half speed, but he produces, and he does it within the team confines.
And guys, remember, LaMarcus Aldridge last January suffering a torn ligament in his thumb, scheduled to undergo surgery and miss 2 months of the season. But he opted to tough it out and keep playing. And, boy, how big was that for the Blazers?
Now, here's Green looking for his first basket still in this one. And there's the call on Giannis Antetokounmpo. That's his first foul.
Yeah, clearly he had an established position there.
Yeah, and I like this call because you want the refs in that situation. If there's any doubt, err on the side of giving the benefit of the doubt to the offensive player. That should have been a block, and it was.
Here's Duncan. He has 6. Duncan, a screen. Parker passes to Duncan. He got an advantage there off the pick and took it right in. Duncan's got 8 points. And Aldridge postponing that thumb injury surgery, even though they said it might double his eventual recovery time.
Yeah, I think it's pretty admirable that he was out there because he wasn't just playing in pain. He was playing hurt. That shows you his commitment to winning.
That's good.
The points just keep coming for him this quarter. And just at the right time, too, as they try to narrow the deficit.
Here is Parker. He's coming off a 13-point game against the Bulls in Chicago.
And Kevin, a remarkable night for him passing the basketball as well. He did a great job racking up the assists.
Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
I briefly spoke with Jason Kidd. I asked him what they needed to key in on defensively, and he said, well, we've got to limit penetration by Tony Parker. He's really the, quote, head of the snake, and with his floater, he doesn't need to get all the way to the rim to score. It's crucial that we do our best to keep him outside the lane. Guys, that's no easy assignment. We'll see how much success they have defensively.
And thank you, Doris. For San Antonio, they've gone 5 of 7 today so far. Nice shooting to get this game underway. To the middle. Here's Duncan. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
Boy, that was a thing of beauty by Parker.
The Bucks trail. Now Bayless. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Antetokounmpo can't get it to go. For San Antonio, they've gone 6 of 8 in the game so far. A very solid start for them. Parker kicks to Leonard. Duncan, a screen. Leonard dishes to Duncan. Outside, Green. Off target from three-point range. Mayo, the pass to Bayless. They set the pick. Back to Mayo. Launches it. Milwaukee, no good that time either.
You know, 9 times out of 10, he's going to knock that one down. He'll spray that one on you.
Leonard kicks to Duncan. Parker outside. Back to Duncan. Outside Aldridge. Milwaukee with the rebound. fresh from a win against the Nuggets.
Yeah, the bench production in that game was terrific. Points from multiple sources.
Yeah, everybody that stepped on the floor played and made a contribution, and that's always a positive thing.
And Milwaukee has possession following the miss by LaMarcus Aldridge. Antetokounmpo against Duncan. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Duncan. A different look for Milwaukee. Jabari Parker comes in for Chris Middleton. And it's Carter Williams in for Jared Bayless. And guys, the Greek Freak really improved his numbers across the board last season. Giannis was up in every measurable category except three-point percentage.
He's really improved his shooting, though, overall. The three ball still eludes him a little bit here and there. But what I like, Kevin, is his aggressiveness. That's what's making the difference in his game right now.
And Milwaukee calls their first time out of the game. One of the top stories here, Tim Duncan getting it done today.
And he's getting to the rack all game, and if they can't do a better job of keeping him out of the paint, they're in for a long night.
Diaz checked in for San Antonio. Ginobili comes in for Daniel Green. John Henson's checked in for Milwaukee. Ennis comes in for O.J. Mayo. A shot by Antetokounmpo. Nobody around. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. San Antonio leading. Parker outside. He dishes it to Aldridge. Back to Parker. Antetokounmpo pulls it in.
You know, going back to Giannis, he has the physical makeup and skill set to be a triple-double guy. I mean, there's no reason that he shouldn't be able to fulfill his potential, except consistency. That's the area he's got to tighten up.
And for Milwaukee, they're shooting 36% in this first quarter, trying to get their bearings.
Just a great job of attacking on the break.
Yeah, you know, exploding to the basket like that, Greg, just as soon as that ball was going the other way, that's exactly how you want to do it.
Diaw with a screen on Henson. And Parker, here we go. Aldridge, wide open, he fires. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Parker. Parker's got... assist number 5 here tonight. The dish to Ennis. Here's the screen. Carter Williams against Parker. Clock at 6. Henson sets a screen for Carter Williams. Offensive rebound. And John Henson with the slam.
His eyes just simply light up when he gets that close to the bucket. And you just know what he's going to do with the basketball.
Leonard attacking. It's tipped. And it's out of bounds. The Spurs able to retain possession here. Here's Ginobili. The good-looking shot from the wing. Ginobili's got his first basket. Milwaukee's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Carter Williams kicks to Antetokounmpo. To the middle, and stolen by Aldridge. Ginobili on the wing. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. It's Antetokounmpo on the wing, covered by Parker. Pass to Ennis. Henson with the screen. Runner in the lane. Ennis misses. The Spurs have gone 8 of 15 from the field, shooting above 50% here tonight. Carter Williams against Parker. And there's the call on Giannis Antetokounmpo. That'll be his second foul of the game.
That's 2 fouls for him very early in this ball game. He'll probably have to spend some time on the bench before halftime.
Chris Middleton's checked in for Antetokounmpo. So it's the Spurs now. Aldridge dishes to Parker. And Parker with a clear path to the hoop.
So a moment now to see the story on Michael Carter-Williams. How last month turned out for him. He's averaging 8 points, 4 assists, and 3 rebounds. And you look at those numbers, not bad. But, guys, I think he can do better, and he knows it.
And he has high expectations for himself as well, guys, but he just hasn't delivered fully on his potential yet.
And Jabari Parker is a rookie, drafted number 2 overall behind Andrew Wiggins. Clark, there was much debate about which of these players, which of these prospects would be better NBA players. What do you think?
Well, I think both showed they're very capable of being stars in the league. Parker got off to a great start, averaging 30 minutes a game until, unfortunately, he had the ACL. And Wiggins, conversely, went on to have a big-time season, winning Rookie of the Year.
Clock at 4. Ginobili attacking. Here's Leonard out to Parker. Stolen by Middleton. He's got a clear path. Here's Carter-Williams. Hammers it in after taking it the length of the floor.
And with that speed, once he took off, the D just had no chance of getting back.
Well, I think they did the right thing. I mean, just give up the 2 points and move forward. Hey, discretion is the better part of valor sometimes. Write that one down, game players. Discretion is the better part of valor.
And when you compare Wiggins and Parker, really 2 different types of players. I mean, Wiggins has that unmatchable athleticism. Parker beats you with an incredible skill and passion. Also, tremendous maturity for such a young player.
They're not going to run that play very often, but hey, they'll take it. Way to notch that 3.
Parker against Carter-Williams. Aldridge with a screen on Carter-Williams. Leonard the pass to Diaw. Back to Leonard to stop the run. No good. And Milwaukee the other way now.
And, you know, going back to Parker versus Wiggins, guys, I mean, that debate could last a long time. Both guys have the look of perennial all-stars. It could be the number of championship rings that ultimately separates them.
Now here's Carter-Williams. He picked up 12 points in their last win against Denver.
And how about the extraordinary display of his passing in that game? He was making all the right decisions and had their offense humming.
Spurs trail by 5. And San Antonio calls the first timeout of the game. And for LaMarcus Aldridge, always praised for his terrific shooting. His rebounding, as we know, Greg, has always been fantastic. Over the past 2 seasons, he's averaged double-digit boards.
And that's why so many teams wanted him in this last free agency period. His ability to put points on the board as well as clean the boards. What a deadly combination.
And some changes here for the Spurs. David West, he's checked in for Aldridge. Butler comes in for Leonard. That's Mills in for Tony Parker. And he gets it to go. Butler's got his first bucket in this one.
Those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten in the first half here.
And I think they should continue to work the ball down low, Clark. It's really going to free up their outside shooting.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. Ennis misses.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
Butler on the wing. Over to the left wing. Stolen by Henson. And a chance to hear from Tony Parker, who said he lives for the challenge of continuing to improve.
I always try to improve and get better, and Pop always...
And in Tony Parker's case, great is what he wanted to be and has been for a long time.
You know, that's great because that shows Pops and why he's one of the best in the game. You got to be able to drive and motivate and also give the confidence. And that's what's happened with Tony Parker. Remember when he first came on the scene, it was not a cakewalk for him. He had his struggles, and now we're talking about a guy who's going to be in the Hall of Fame.
And the second quarter getting underway. No team gaining an edge so far. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Bucks, guys.
Really active hands early on here as they're able to acquire several steals.
Well, they've really been aggressive guys on defense, and it's paid off, so why stop? Keep it up.
Mills and Manu at the guards.
Rasul Butler is out there with West, and it's Diao in at the center filling out the middle. That's the San Antonio 5. Bucks leading by 3. And Patrick Mills gets that whistle that time. That's his first foul. And the Bucks with some changes. Giannis Antetokounmpo's checked in for Chris Middleton. And it's Mayo in for Carter Williams. Here is Bayless. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. And he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more.
Yeah, heard the whistle and then kept his focus and able to still knock it down.
And, Greg, to be able to take the bump like that and maintain control, that's not easy to do. I know you're kind of a little fella, but I was a big guy when I played, so I know how difficult that is. That was impressive.
I see.
So San Antonio goes with a fresh 5 on the floor. A tight game here in San Antonio. We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter now. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
For Bayless, it was his 6th team in 7 years last season. A good utility combo guard to have. He can score, he can make plays for others. He's really defined his role in this league.
So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe. Talking about Jared Bayless, some thought he would be a star when he first entered the NBA, and he certainly had his moments, Greg, but inconsistency and turnovers have kept the lid on his progress.
Yeah, well, where I like Bayless is in spot plays. You need a lift, you need a spark offensively. You go see Jared.
Here's Antetokounmpo. Kawhi Leonard making his last shot. Monroe with a screen on Aldridge. The drive by Monroe, and he lays it straight in. Monroe's got 12 points in the game. Spurs trail by 4. Parker with it. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him.
You know what? He's just stone cold right now. Really not sure if he's their best option offensively as they try to get back in this game.
Monroe against Leonard. Leonard with the steal. 4-on-3 break. And the wide open shot from Green. His 3-pointers off the mark. Bucks leading by 4. Here is Bayless. They look to him for part of their offensive attack. Right now, he averages nearly 12 points a game. Now about 3 minutes gone in the second quarter of basketball. Pass to Aldridge. No luck. Some solid defense from Antetokounmpo. Wide open. Takes a big high bounce and goes in. Antetokounmpo's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
That's right. 5 of their last 6 makes were on the interior. They've established their inside presence.
And there's the defensive 3-second call. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the Bucks.
You know, guys, we've really seen them do a lot of damage in the paint so far.
And also knocking down the mid-range because they're making good decisions with the basketball.
So it's San Antonio now, trailing by 5.
And no excuse there for missing that one after being freed up by a great pick.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, they came away empty, but they got the look they wanted, and really, I like the movement and communication there.
And that one comes up a bit short. Spurs have gone 3 of 8 from the field since the beginning of the second quarter. Parker kicks to Leonard. Parker with the steal. Mayo dishing to Bayless. And that one's good. And the Bucks lead by 7.
How about the way he's able to angle his body to shield the big fella off and still get the finish?
You've got to be clever with your sleight of hand when you get inside and try to finish against the bigger guys. And he made it look easy that time.
And so he draws the foul on the shot, a trip to the line to shoot two.
I tell you what, at this point in his career, it is safe to say, actually has been for a while, that Duncan might be one of the best power forwards ever. He is, clearly. 5 rings, 50-win seasons, his whole career, the complete package on the box.
And he sinks the second. And Duncan, who briefly contemplated retiring after last season, showed in the playoffs, Greg, he is still very much at the top of his game.
Listen, Tim Duncan, for me, is the greatest power forward to ever play the game, although Pop will tell you he's actually a center in the power forward's body. What a great matchup. Yeah, how great was he, I should say, in the matchup against the Clippers last season. And throughout his career, he has been more consistent than a clock. I mean, it doesn't matter the year or who he's up against. This guy just finds a way to leave his mark on the game.
Now here's Mayo. 9-point game his last outing. And Patrick Mills gets that whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him.
Another foul would give him 3 before the half. Something to keep an eye on, guys.
Here's Mayo. Looking for his first basket still in this one. Monroe, no good.
You know, they don't score on that shot, but they're going to be happy with those kinds of possessions.
Diaw sets the pick for Ginobili. The kick out to Anderson. No good on the triple. Bucks leading by 6. At the elbow, it's Mayo. The shot, no good. Good work defensively by Ginobili. San Antonio's got nothing but zeros from long range in the second quarter. 0 of 4. Now here's Mills. He's tightly guarded. Diaw sets the pick for Ginobili. 5 to shoot. He got an advantage there off the pick and took it right in.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
Antetokounmpo against Diaw. David West grabs the miss.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over.
And Anderson gets it to go. For Milwaukee, they've gotten exactly half their shots to go down here in the second. 5 of 10.
Already he's looking at his 3rd foul. I think the coach will probably look to sit him down until the 3rd quarter.
The Bucks have made 7 out of 9 when they've stepped to the line. That one is off. Well, Clark, the Bucks were much improved on the road last season. Going 18-23.
Yeah, they were very competitive. This young team fought hard and rarely found themselves out of games on the road, which is a good sign for the future.
Here's what San Antonio's going with right now. Butler, he's checked in for Kyle Anderson, and it's McCallum in for Patty Mills. Here's Ginobili, and there's a whistle that goes against Greg Monroe. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far.
And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
Yeah, but in this case, I think he got it right. I mean, the defender was still moving there and never really had good legal guarding position. He wasn't set.
The Bucks making a switch here. Henson's checked in. Diaw can't hit.
And for the Bucks, who only won 5 road games in 2014, last year's mark of 18 is a huge step forward. Still, they had problems last year as they had an 11-game road losing streak towards the end of the season.
Now here's Butler. Diaw missing his last shot. Butler goes in, down low. West inside. Working on Henson. West can't hit, and David West gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line.
Well, I tell you, the Bucks are taking steps in the right direction on the road. The problem is the franchise hasn't had a winning record on the road since 2001.
Tyler Ennis, he's checked in for the Bucks. Here's McCallum. pick by West. Butler is screen on Parker. And McCallum kicks to Ginobili. Clock at 6. West setting the pick for Ginobili. It's West with the drive. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Well, when you think of the great playmakers in league history, John Stockton per game averaged double-digit dimes. Think of this. For his career, 15,806 career assists. A record you knew right off would stand for a very long time.
And guys, you know, you look up point guard in the dictionary, and there's a nice little picture of John Stockton there. I mean, he is an unreal distributor. Controlled the game like no one ever has before or since. It's no coincidence that Utah never missed the playoffs in any of the 19 seasons that John Stockton was at the helm.
That's a terrific move to the basket. The defense played that one well, but it didn't make any difference.
They set the pick. And it's Carter Williams in the corner. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Spurs trail by 5. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've had a number of empty ones, a long time without a basket.
They got to find some, you're right. Here's McCallum. Carter Williams covering. West passes to McCallum. That is good.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
Now here's Ennis. He feeds it to Middleton. To the paint. Diaw with the steal. Here's Butler. That ball's nice feed that time for Manu Ginobili. And now just a 1-point Bucks lead. The Bucks have gone 6 of 12 in the second quarter, right at the 50% mark from the field. Now here's Ennis. He's covered closely from 12 feet out. Misses off the right iron.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
Now here's West. Right now averaging about 5 points a game. Here's McCallum. And he misses the go-ahead basket.
And Jason Kidd has seen a lot of things in his first few years of coaching. Already changed teams once, and they had some personnel issues, but you cannot deny that he knows how to get the most out of his team.
Spurs trail by 3. Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over. And for Tyler Ennis, a first-round draft pick last season, never got to see quality minutes, averaged only about 12.5 minutes per game. I think a lot of promise. I think people feel that he's got a very high ceiling.
Yeah, you know, a lot of scouts felt he needed another year of college. So in some respects, you could say last year was that for him. It's still an adjustment period. And let's face it, you could say that about a lot of guys who come out as freshmen, but Ennis in particular.
So San Antonio goes with a fresh 5 on the floor. San Antonio with the ball. It's a 3-point game. Leonard against Middleton. Good! Leonard's got 4 points in the quarter.
You know, on the topic of Tyler Ennis, he had neither the strength nor the jump shot to make a difference last year. He also turned the ball over way too much. I mean, that's a bad combination for your point guard. It'll be interesting to see if he can regroup and have a better second season.
Middleton dishes to Henson. And he gets it to go. San Antonio's got nothing but zeros from long range in the second quarter. 0 of 4. Parker kicks to Duncan. Back to Parker. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
And talking about Tyler Ennis, he's not the most athletic guard or the tallest, but he has a gigantic wingspan. He's not a natural shooter, but he's instinctive and loves to take charge at big moments. So, complicated prospect. You really need a crystal ball to predict his future. And Tony Parker, at least some of his success can be attributed to playing with talented bigs. I mean, in his rookie season, he plays with both the Admiral and Tim Duncan. He kept that partnership. Going with Duncan for several more championships. So while talented, he's also been very fortunate.
1:27 left now here in the second. Screen by Duncan. Parker kicks to Duncan. Goes up from the top of the key. Rebound, Milwaukee. While talking about Parker and the bigs, Tony benefited from their presence, Clark, but they also benefited from his play.
Really, early in their careers, the only way to defend Parker and Duncan was to pack the lane, and once Tony developed a consistent jump shot, the only way to defend them was to hope and pray.
Right.
That is such good work to make this a one-possession game. Terrific steal to get it all started.
And it's one thing to get the steal, but to so alertly turn it into a transition opportunity, even better. And started hot, and he's only gotten hotter.
The feed to Duncan. It's deflected. It's stolen by Carter Williams. Middleton left side. Let's go. No good. And it's the Spurs taking it the other way. They're getting their first look of the season at the Bucks in this one.
Yeah, and taking on an interconference foe, certainly not a rival. They're the better team, and they showed it, winning both matchups last season.
Right you are. I mean, winning the games they were supposed to win. No doubt they'll look to continue that tonight.
Now here's Ennis, covered by Parker. And here's Ennis. And out of bounds as San Antonio gains possession.
And really just a lack of awareness on his part. Just no idea he was right near the line.
It's Parker with the drive. Here's Duncan. Got it off in time, but it's no good. And
Well, gentlemen,
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hi again, everybody. Ernie Johnson here, joined by Shaq and Kenny the Jet. Welcome to the halftime. What a game it has been for Greg Monroe. He had 12 points, 4 rebounds, and 1 block. Kenny, your thoughts on the Bucks' first half?
Well, quite simply, their bench showed up tonight. And when I say showed up, I'm talking about on the offensive end because they were scoring in bunches. Now, you want your reserves to just at least come in and hold the fort, but they did way.
And that's it for halftime as the second half is just about to get underway. See you after the game.
welcome back, everyone. We're ready to get going again as this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports continues. Players are topped off with Gatorade, hydrated, and ready to get going again as well.
No slowing him down, just some incredible numbers for Monroe. He has 12 points and also a block shot. I tell you what, he's made his mark on this game in so many ways, guys.
And he would have stood out just on the strength of the defense. But how about offensively? He's been clicking there as well.
Setting the floor for the Bucks. Chris Middleton is out there with Antetokounmpo. Then it's Jared Bayless. Then it's Mayo, and it's Monroe in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. No one near Mayo as he lets it go. Sinks the three-pointer. Mayo's got 5.
That shot becomes effortless for him when the D is so relaxed. They got to get more intense.
Parker outside. Aldridge sets up the pick now for Parker. Down low. And Aldridge slams it in.
And that's how it's done. I mean, find that hole in the D and then go hard to the rack.
Maybe that hole was a little bigger than it should have been.
Well, it was. I mean, a tight game like this one, you'd think they'd have a little more energy at the defensive end than that.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
Old school D right there, just telling them no easy layups. It's as simple as that. And that's what you expect from them.
And still, I don't know that anyone can define what Giannis's position is. It's kind of still up in the air. I mean, he's played mostly on the wing a season ago, and thus far, maybe that could end up being the best fit.
Really left alone that time. And it's 13 points for Tim Duncan. Milwaukee's gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. And Bayless kicks to Middleton. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. San Antonio trailing here. Parker outside. He kicks it to Green. To the wing on the left. It's Aldridge penetrating. 5 on the clock. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. It goes on Giannis Antetokounmpo. We talk about players who don't get a lot of recognition that probably deserve some. For me, Chris Middleton, Clark.
He's at the top of the list in that regard for me too, Kevin. I mean, really a revelation for the Bucks the last couple of years. He's a really good all-around forward who can do everything well. Well, as far as the league's big men go, he's one of the very best at the foul line.
And now Parker pushing it up. No one back to stop him. Once again off the mark by San Antonio.
Even with that miss, they're shooting 75% coming out of the break. That's a strong start to the half.
And Middleton kicks to Bayless. Middleton the pass to Monroe. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
And Middleton has improved every year as well. Added the three-point shot after the rookie season, which made him very tough to deal with offensively. And for Middleton, adding that three-point shot was huge. I mean, not only can he keep teams honest outside, but he hits over 40% of his shots from beyond the arc.
And so Greg Monroe nails both of them.
And what a double-double machine Greg Monroe is becoming. Top 6 for power forwards last season. Top 5 for centers. And his game is only continuing to evolve.
Here's Leonard. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. Greg, the thing about Monroe, we knew he was a prolific scorer and a rebounder when he was a 5-star recruit out of high school. So Clark, this is nothing new for him.
I think what you see, Kevin, is the added muscle coming into play and benefiting him. He's just an average athlete, but being stronger makes him more effective.
Parker's checked in for Antetokounmpo.
Listen, Kawhi Leonard hasn't been in the league for a long time, but he's feeling right at home. Said last season he wants to remain a Spur for life.
Parker outside. Passes it to Bayless. The Bucks need to get a shot off here. And he gets the bucket. And it's 6 points for Chris Middleton. And for Leonard here, players say that a lot, but rarely before they reach the end of their rookie contract.
Yeah, I think Leonard just realizes what a special situation he found himself in. I mean, he is the complete package as a player and custom-made for how the Spurs like to play and do things. Well, I think he kind of alligator-armed that one, short-stroked it. After doing a nice job to get open, he didn't finish the shot.
Duncan with the screen on Mayo. Leonard attacking. There's Green with the 3. Once again off the mark by San Antonio. Knocks it loose. Bayless dishes to Monroe. Tim Duncan grabs the miss. Duncan's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And it's Green with the jam. Guys, what a back-and-forth game this has been.
You know what? You're right. Neither side has been able to hang on to the lead for any kind of time at all.
Yeah, and that's already resulted in 7 lead changes.
Screen by Monroe. And Bayless kicks to Middleton. Second shot opportunity. And it's good on the way in. Bayless has got 6.
The tenacity on the interior, just battling, bringing that effort and will for second chance points.
Parker outside. Feeds to Duncan. Outside, Green. And Leonard has it in the corner. Will not go. This is off the front iron. Bucks have gone 3 of 7 on field goal attempts here in the second half. Middleton the pass to Bayless. And that one's good. And it's a 3-point Bucks lead.
Well, I'll tell you what, the defenders didn't even get a sniff of him on that move to the hoop.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Sure could, Kev. I mean, too many empty trips. They need some points.
Parker drives in, and he uses the glass on the layup. Parker's got 6.
And that's his style right now. That's his game. He plays it as well as anyone. And when we get to crunch time, that's when he's at his best. Yeah, I think he just sees some things that can be improved and wants to get everybody back on the same page.
And usually that, to me, is a good use of the time.
They can't guard us on the perimeter. Spread the floor and isolate up top. Spacing, fellas. Spacing.
Advantage of that.
Now a timeout called by Milwaukee. Here's Mayo. 5 points in the game. Screened by Monroe. Middleton left side. They double him with West. Middleton dishes to Parker. Just 4 to shoot. Gets to the rim for 2 with the D all over him. And the Bucks lead by 3.
And didn't have to go strong there. Just a little bit of the finger roll to get it up over the hoop.
Diaw, the screen. And Mills gets to Diaw. The shot by Butler. Nobody around. It's good. The assist that time from Diaw. And that's now 6 points for Butler. The pass to Parker. That drops. Parker's got 6.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
You're right, Clark. Just continue to pound it in the paint and get those easy points inside.
To the paint. Here's Ginobili. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. He's got 6.
And one thing that everybody loves about Coach Pop is his frankness. You get a taste of it in interviews, but he's as honest and straightforward with you as he is with anybody else.
West with the block. And it goes out of bounds. That one off West. And as he's checked in for Milwaukee, Carter Williams comes in for Jared Bayless.
Tyler Ennis. Michael Carter Williams.
Middleton against Butler. Now here's Middleton. Defense is right there. Monroe, no good. Well, you've got Greg Popovich, and I think he puts this at times grumpy demeanor in more of a spotlight. He's playing along, as we all know, with the sideline reporters. He knows, Greg, you know this firsthand, when to turn it on, when to turn it off. He can be as compassionate a person, Clark, that you and I have ever been around.
Yeah, he's competitive, but he understands that we're all human, and he treats people the right way all the time.
Milwaukee, no good that time either.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
The battle to a standstill on the boards has really been something to watch, and the game's not over yet. We'll see if one of these teams maintains more energy than the other going down the stretch.
Now here's Carter Williams. 9 points in the game so far. Drains the three-pointer. Carter Williams has got it all tied up now for the Bucks.
You know, the defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
And, Greg, especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, come on now. You know he doesn't miss too many open looks like that.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
10 straight points off assists. That's very impressive, and it also makes the game easy and fun to watch.
And Boris Diaw picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. Here's Carter Williams. It's good. The assist that time for Menace. 14 points for Michael Carter Williams.
Now, how about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
Diaw, the screen. Dishes it to West. Kicks to Mills. Stolen by Monroe. Carter Williams against Ginobili. Parker sets the screen for Carter Williams. Second chance shot. And it's laid in by Parker. Parker's got 8 points.
Really nice job to convert the putback opportunity there. I mean, he stayed with that play from start to finish. That's something we say about him a lot.
Ginobili outside. He dishes it to Diaw. And Mills kicks it to West. Off target from three-point range. Milwaukee's gone 4 of 8 tonight from three-point land, shooting 50% on the three ball here. Carter Williams with the bucket.
He's been one of their more reliable options today, guys. I mean, his shooting has led them to this lead.
Now Mills. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. And here are the deadliest long-range shooters in the league. The real stats, the real scores from the real NBA. In the third spot, Kawhi Leonard. Chris Middleton fourth.
Either of these two guys force defenders to come out well past that three-point line, and that really opens the floor up for their entire offense.
And the Spurs making a change here. McCallum's checked in, and Antetokounmpo's checked in for the Bucks. Ginobili outside. Diaw, the screen. Ball's knocked loose to the left wing. McCallum, the pass to West. Just 5 to shoot. Again, the miss by the Spurs.
And for David West last season, the thought was he might increase his production with Paul George out, but the opposite happened. West suffered his lowest scoring output in a decade, only 12 points per game on 47% shooting. Rough showing for the former All-Star.
Nice ball movement by San Antonio. The basket counts and one. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it a three-point play. Well, Greg, getting back to West, even though his scoring was down, his playmaking was up. You were talking about that. Clark, 3.5 assists a game last season, by far the highest number of his career.
Yeah, one of the very best pros I've ever been around. He's very smart. He's tough. He's all about team. And, you know, he makes things happen. Impacts winning in a lot of ways, and those assist totals indicate that. Well, Antetokounmpo in this one, he's got 10 points, and he's done his job at the charity stripe. He's gotten 4 of his points from there.
And that's a good place to get them. They don't come easier than that, but you've got to get yourself there first. We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
100% since halftime? Come on now. I'm not sure this lead's going away anytime soon with that kind of marksmanship.
From deep, Green. That's good, and so Duncan with the assist. Duncan's got his 3rd assist on the night.
And those are two teammates right there working in rhythm. One setting the screen and the other using it to get that separation.
Here's Monroe. San Antonio with the rebound. Duncan's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Green dishes to Duncan. Leonard attacking, and he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
Now, this is why the breakaway rim was invented, for plays just like that.
Well, he almost brought the whole thing down. Clark by hanging on that long.
Yeah, he did.
I tell you what, though, great dunk, and this is even a better game we got going on right now.
There's the dish to Monroe. The jump hook, and he gets that one to go off the front iron. Monroe's got it all tied up now for the Bucks. Here's Parker. Misses in close. And there's Ennis on the assist from Carter Williams. Carter Williams has got 3 assists tonight. We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. Bucks ahead, up 2. And fourth quarter basketball. All right, the fourth quarter of action getting underway. We've had a great one so far with both sides coming to play. The always reliable Parker and Green in the backcourt. Aldridge out there with Kawhi Leonard. And it's Duncan in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's the San Antonio 5. The kick out to Mayo. Tim Duncan grabs the miss. Duncan's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Duncan with the screen for Leonard. Over in the corner, Green. Aldridge kicks to Parker. Aldridge a screen. Duncan in the corner. 5 on the clock. Shoots the 3. Aldridge misses. Milwaukee in the lead. Carter Williams with it. And it's Bayless in the corner. Here's the screen. Monroe, no good. Spurs shooting an outstanding 53% for the game. It's tipped. Antetokounmpo against Aldridge. Back to Leonard. Leonard draws the double. Aldridge against Antetokounmpo. And there's the call on Giannis Antetokounmpo. That's his 5th foul.
That's really a tough call. One you don't like to see, but it was called, and now he's got to really make sure that he's on top of his game here in regards to not picking up another foul. That was his 5th right there.
Milwaukee making a switch here. Middleton's checked in, and Duncan throws it down home.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
And Bayless kicks to Monroe. To the inside. Here's Antetokounmpo. Duncan with the block. Now here's the fast break. Parker leading the way. And it's Green slamming it down.
Some hang time on that rim. Puts a little whipped cream on that angel food cake there.
It's a tight ball game, and those displays of strength, Clark, can get one team rolling.
Agreed.
And also the other on its heels. Let's see how this one turns out.
Oh, that was a great angle we just saw, courtesy of Kia. And the foul called on Daniel Green. That's foul number 2 for him. Here is Bayless, covered by Parker. Monroe, the pass to Antetokounmpo, rejected by Aldridge. The Spurs have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. Parker up top. Beyond the arc. Good. Now it's a 5-point Spurs lead. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for San Antonio.
Their defense has been outstanding, closing out on shots and blocking a few as well.
They haven't wasted time getting the ball up the court tonight either, and it's resulted in a lot of fast break points.
Pass to Duncan. Outside Leonard. Pass to Parker. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Leonard's got his 5th assist in this one.
The shot quality is very good here, and they're making most of them this half.
Yeah, converting at a really high level. The field goal percentage continues to creep upward.
Here's Mayo. Makes a big high bounce and goes in.
I tell you what, I can't argue with the result, but a little unnecessary to go to the off-balance shot there.
It's Parker with the drive. Hangs, and Duncan lays it in. Duncan's got the lead up to 7 now for San Antonio.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Yeah, they have really owned the interior. You've got to collapse that defense and force them to beat you over the top. Wow, they've made every free throw here in the second half.
And that efficiency, Greg, as you know, so critical when you're looking to overcome a deficit. You've got to be close to perfect and can't waste scoring opportunities. You know, it's been a bad day for them at the line today as a whole, and far too often, that's the case for this team.
Boris Diaz checked in for San Antonio, and he sinks the second. And it's the Spurs ball. They're on an 11-3 run. To the middle. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Chance here now for a three-point play.
This is crazy. Every shot they're taking right now is finding the mark.
Literally every shot, partner. I mean, they just aren't missing.
Manu Ginobili's checked in for Daniel Green. Well, the Spurs, Greg, great at home last year. That's not surprising to anyone who's paid attention. We expect that. They're just so tough at home.
They can't guard us on the perimeter. Spread the floor and isolate up top. Spacing, fellas. Spacing.
Despite being the 6th seed, only the Hawks and Warriors, the two best records in the league, won more games at home. Hard to imagine you could be a 6th seed with that kind of success.
All right, let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Jason Kidd was saying to his team. He didn't exactly take it easy on them, saying, how much do you want it? Don't tell me. Show me out there. We have to play better. We have to play harder if we're going to come back. Guys?
And thank you for that, Doris. And out of bounds as the Spurs gain possession.
For the Spurs, it was all about being at home. That was a big part of how they went on the run. They won 20 of the last 22 games at home in that stretch, which vaulted them from the bottom of the playoff picture in the West to as high as the 2 seed.
Ginobili can't hit. Bucks trail by 9. Bayless dishes to Middleton. That's good, and so Bayless with the assist. Bayless has got 3 assists tonight.
That's a precision shot. You've got to be precise. No room for error on the floater.
And the Spurs at home are so great because they just don't miss. I mean, second in field goal percentage at home, shooting 49%. Also second in three-point percentage made at home with over 39%. Man, he is just really in a flow right now. That field goal percentage has gone through the roof.
And the Bucks making a change here. Parker's checked in. The Spurs also with the sub. McCallum, he's checked in for Patty Mills. And Bayless kicks to Middleton. They set the screen. Parker, terrific design on the pick play, and he lays it in.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
The feed now to Leonard. He kicks it to Diaw. Knocks down the 10-footer.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Everybody on the same page, completely in sync. Tremendous communication and awareness.
That's his first personal foul.
Passes it to Bayless. Monroe down low. Aldridge is covering, so we get. It's the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up. Well, Milwaukee last year became just the 9th team in NBA history to go from Greg being the worst in the league to a playoff team.
Unbelievable what they accomplished. And they had a tough matchup in the first round with the playoff season Bulls, however. Things didn't go well, but they did get some valuable experience from that effort.
Second free throw, no good.
Well, as you said, guys, I mean, the Bucks struggled early in their series against the Bulls, but they got the momentum and forced a Game 6, but then were blown out at home to end the series. Ended up losing by 54. That's right, 54. Wow.
And as you said, the Bucks lost on their home floor. One thing about that series is the Bucks introduced their new logo. They gave away free playoff tickets to anyone that turned
in their old red gear. Not a bad deal in my book.
The Spurs making a switch here. West is checked in.
He's done a much better job of getting to the line here. Aggressively taking it inside and not shying away from contact. I thought he was settling a bit in the first.
They set the pick. Here's Bayless. They get it back. Monroe, no good.
Boy, the effort was there, but he just couldn't quite fight his way through traffic.
West outside. Excellent D there for Mayo. Bucks trail by 11. Here is Bayless. Parker outside. That one is good. He's only missed one shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
He's one of the best in the league at that. Even with just a tiny sliver, he always seems to find a way to get it up and in.
Diaw, the screen. And it's West in the corner. And he gets it to go from the corner. West has got the lead up to 11 now for the Spurs.
Really good awareness right there on the assist.
Mayo kicks to Parker. Diaw with the steal. And oh, here we go with Leonard. Nobody back. Throws down the breakaway jam.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case. It looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, I remember GA as an irritant. And this guy, much like Greg, creating havoc out there.
Here's Monroe. That one off the back iron and out.
And since halftime, he has just been ice cold. Just can't seem to get anything to go his way.
Picked by West. To the middle. Stolen by Monroe. Here is Bayless. He's covered by Ginobili. Feeds to Mayo. Pulls up. That's good, and so Bayless with the assist. 9 points for O.J. Mayo.
And he has starting to turn it on now after that slow start.
San Antonio calls timeout.
We're playing too much on the perimeter. Let's look to dump the ball inside.
Guys that you can always count on in life. Death, taxes, and of course the Spurs winning 50 games in the regular season. Happened for the 16th straight season last year.
Well, keeping in mind the Spurs have won 50 games or more for many years in a row, Greg, there are teams out there who can drive cars who have not even seen the Spurs not win 50 games, at least in a year.
And the way the Spurs keep on building this team, it's not as if that streak's going to end anytime soon. Those kids might have a chance to vote and do much more before they fail to see the Spurs win 50 games.
Shots good by Middleton.
Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
Parker inside. Ginobili gets a wide open look. Hits it from three-point range.
And that tells you a lot about why the score is where it is. Lazy defense.
All season, Clark, the Spurs kept on winning as usual. They passed the Lakers, in fact, for the best winning percentage all time for a franchise.
Well, some of that has to do with the struggles the Lakers had last season, but more of it is credit to the Spurs. Consistency and high-quality play has been who they are and have been for 2 decades.
And the Spurs making a change here. Leonard's checked in. And here is Parker. Duncan, a screen. Shot clock at 5. Off the screen, and down it goes. Dunk through off a wonderful assist.
Maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that.
And we know he's capable of those memorable dunks.
Yeah, and when he's got a lead like that, why not take a few chances? A lot more engaging and entertaining than just doing the old ho-hum one-hander. And with the Spurs and their winning percentage, it's right above 60. Not bad for a team that joined the NBA back in 1977.
And Middleton kicks to Bayless. Kicks it down to Middleton. From 17 feet out. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
A lot of the Spurs' success, guys, with their winning percentage has come since the 90s. The way they are put together, who knows how high they can push that franchise winning percentage. You look at what Middleton has done so far. He has 11 points and 2 steals. He's given them a lot with his passing and with his defensive work.
How about the activity of those hands here today?
Manu Ginobili's checked in for San Antonio. San Antonio calls timeout.
They've already picked up a number of fouls here, and they're in the penalty. Not a good sign. They need to focus on moving their feet, keeping their hands up, and defending without fouling.
And that's another area where he is just a superb player. Excellent at the free throw line.
Now here's Parker to the inside, and it's blocked. Here is Bayless. Aldridge is covering. In the corner, Middleton with it. And that comes off the assist by Jared Bayless. Middleton's got it back down to a single-digit deficit for the Bucks. To the paint, and Duncan throws it down.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with the pass.
He's been aggressive looking for a shot, but without much success. It might be time for him to take the step back and look to help the team in other ways.
Mayo kicks to Bayless. 1:53 left in the game, and misses it off the right side of the rim.
You know, he just hasn't looked right to me. A bit out of sorts, if you will. Something's off with his mechanics, at least as I look at him.
Back to Parker. Aldridge with a screen on Mayo. It's Parker with the drive. It's stolen by Mayo. Fast break, Milwaukee. Here's Middleton. And stolen by Aldridge. And now it's Leonard running. Here we go. All the way. The big dunk at the end of the break.
Tim Duncan, even in his advanced years, showing you that great vision and still getting it done. Nice pass.
Monroe left side. Shot off the screen. Rebounded by the Spurs.
He's going to play his way right onto the bench and out of the game if he continues to shoot it like he has so far in this quarter.
And we'll just watch the clock wind down, guys, in what will turn out to be a win here for San Antonio.
In the end, they had a better shooting percentage, and that's what made the difference. Sometimes, Clark, things go your way. The other team wasn't catching any lucky breaks themselves.
Well, it's more than luck, Kevin. I think the shot selection was good, too.
And so this will mark the 15th win of the year for them.
And, guys, being in opposite conferences, these teams only meet twice a year. And when it's been a while since you've seen a team like this, it always feels good to take the first game of the season series. And that's exactly what's taking place here tonight against the Bucks.
And a great team effort, but still, what an individual performance for Duncan. He did all the dirty work that they needed, clearing out space underneath and securing rebounds.
Ginobili the pass to Parker. Duncan right side. Puts it up from 12, and it's good on the assist by Parker. Duncan's got the lead up to 13 now for the Spurs. Monroe outside. Parker with the steal. So the whistle blows on the shot, and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
And you know what? Very close to a three-point play right there.
Yeah, he almost got that one down. I mean, those are the kind of aggressive plays coaches love to see.
2 shots.
And Tony Parker drops them both. Now Ennis. And so it's set. Antonio easily taking this one. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
Well, you know, it makes a big difference. I mean, you never felt like they had any doubts that they'd come out on top.
And time now to go courtside as we send you over to Doris Burke from the sideline. Doris?
David, this was a game not for the faint of heart. How did you guys play through the physicality?
Yeah, you know, it's a bunch of smart guys in this locker room. You know, guys know time and place. You know, we want to be aggressive, but also want to be smart with it. So, you know, the game got a little chippy, but by that time we had a good lead.
Congratulations, David. Kevin, over to you.
All right, Doris, great job. Thanks so much. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for tuning in. And now time to go to Ernie Johnson, who's alongside Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Welcome back, everybody. Ernie Johnson here along with Shaq and the Jet as we present our Jordan Player of the Game, Tim Duncan. He put up a new season high tonight, and if he keeps shooting like he did tonight before the season's over, he might top it. A big key to his team's victory here.
Boom, 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 boom.
And that'll do it for our broadcast tonight. Hope you